I'm late on the queue, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Where we at? Yeah. So this is on my radio podcast. I'm your host, Mike B. And I missed my cues. I had to turn I had to turn the TV down. It doesn't even matter. Heat and 6. We just beat Denver. Yeah. Podcast. I know where I'm at. Podcast. Yeah. We just beat the Denver Nuggets. And by we, I mean them. I'm a avid Heat fan. We just beat them. The NBA Finals now is tied 1-1. There's plenty of room on the bandwagon if you want to jump on the bandwagon. If you did not jump on this Heat train and you was on some other team, I can't let you on. I can't do it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let this infrared crypto play out for a little bit. I got to get something real quick. Y'all keep talking. I'm back, y'all. I got microphone covers. I'm all snap. Red for the Heat. Oh, I got microphone covers now, y'all. Muffle out that sound. The wind. What do you call it? The wind chime. Anyway, today's show. Today is June 5th, 2:58 p.m. And we are right here in the Unbeknownst studio, aka my basement, aka the man cave. Coming to you live. We're just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna turn this down. Last night was a whirlwind Sunday. It was busy for me trying to find out where the game was. Apparently, the game wasn't on ABC. If you got Sling TV, you probably had a hard time trying to find the game. All they kept offering was a sky cam. I was getting frustrated because there's no commentary. Now I don't mind a little commentary. I mind a little commentary with my basketball. But the sky cam was trash. It was like up here. It was hovering around. I didn't know what was going on. My whole family trying to find the game because they want a mad daddy. So they're like, where the game at? Someone find it. They want me to turn to Godzilla in the house. Apparently. I don't know. So they couldn't find the game. And then I haphazardly just clicked on the link where it just showed the score. And when it popped up, I heard Mark Jackson said, hand down, man down. And I knew I was in the right place. So I'm watching the game. And prior to this, I played basketball. And there's going to be another story about this basketball game. I was hanging out with some young comics, some of my good friends in comedy. Every now and then we get together and we have a hoop session. And my man Benny asked me who was going to win, and I said emphatically the Heat. I'm already on this boat, and I'm going to be on this boat until it decides to sink. And when said boat decides to sink, I'm going to be right next to the band playing the cymbals. Okay, I'm going to be right there next to the cymbals. All right. And so he said, because he played basketball in college, he's like, normally at the game one, you got time to look at the footage, you can come up with a strategy. And I'm like, you know what? That's respect. I could see that. I know Pat Riley and Spo gonna do what they need to do. They're gonna develop X's and O's. And if you listen to the Three Guys on podcast, the fucking freeloaders, then you would know that I was on that show, and I talked about how I have an email account from the Miami Heat. I don't, but fictitiously I do. And and we broke down the plays, and so I'm watching the game, and I'm in the group chat with the Three Guys on podcast. Excuse me, and we're watching the game, and I said on the podcast, and throughout the game, I'm like, if Miami stays within 10, I need these things to happen. I need Max Strus to hit between 4 to 5 3-pointers. I need Caleb Martin to at least score a few more points. I need Duncan Robinson. I named all these things. And I said, after each quarter, if we stay within 10, we're going to win the game. Okay? I said, if we stay within 10, we're going to win the game. All right? And no one believed me. So I'm minding my business. I'm reading my word. I'm playing the game. I'm watching the game. And I get a text message from the group chat, and they're trolling me. Rod Morrow is trolling me. Randolph Terrence is trolling me. Andy Klein, these are my friends. Chris Lambert, they're all trolling me in this chat because they're like Miami in 11, Miami in 10, Miami whoop, whoop, whoop. And then it took a turn. It took a very vicious turn, and that turn happened. And I threw it in the eyeballs, and Randall was like, "Uh-oh," because he knew it was on the horizon. That heat wave was coming, and it was coming in hot. Okay, you hear me? That thing was 31 smoking hot. All right. That heat wave, and we started making the threes, and we started making the jumpers. It was making all the defensive plays, and then all of a sudden on Facebook, I don't know what time I posted this. I just threw up the ear, and I said, "I can't hear anything." Everybody stopped texting me. I can't hear anything. Nothing was heard. I couldn't hear. And then more time went on, and more time went on. Actually, why am I saying this when I got the phone right here? I could just look at what I said. I said what I said. I meant what I said. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go to my Facebook. I'm going to I read the text message. Let me see. I said this. I said it's so much. I said, I can't hear anything. First, I said, let's go. That was 17 hours ago. And then I said, let's go. Well, a lot of O's at the end. All right. And then I threw up the ear emoji. All of these are on my Facebook page. You want to follow on Facebook? It's Mike O Might Be Brown on Facebook. If you want to follow and or become one of my friends. And then I said, earlobe, actual ear, big ear. I can't hear anything because I couldn't hear anything. Everybody stopped talking. All the heat haters stopped texting. Their fingers broke. All of the hate stopped. And then we won the game. And then I said, and I quote, "Go ahead and cancel Molly Maid. Ain't no sweeps happening in these finals." For all you people that was out there saying the Heat are going to get swept. No, absolutely not. No sweeps are happening in these finals. Heat in 6. So this morning, I went on another tirade. I woke up, I felt refreshed, felt like I was ready to attack the day. And I checked my phone, and then I decided to throw out of the olive branch. But first I said, oh, wait a minute, I forgot. There was one more thing I said right before I went to bed, but I didn't go to bed. I was working. I said, oh, I thought a fan whose team was eliminated from the playoffs said sweep. Good night. I'll leave my notifications on if y'all wanted to talk. If you want to talk. Bye-bye. See you in the 305. No one said anything. Nobody talked to me. Why didn't anybody talk to me? And then I threw up some heat stuff, some heat stuff. If you can see, you can't really see. And then I made it. I set out an olive branch. I set the olive branch. I threw out an olive branch, okay? And I said, good morning, everyone. Hey, there's still room on this heat train. There absolutely is. There's plenty of room on this train. I have a bunch of friends that aren't sports fans, but if you want to, but you can join the Heat bandwagon. If you don't have a team, if you're homeless, if you're sports homeless, if you're teamless, and you need a home, come on. All you have to do in the comments is say Heat in 6, and if you have any questions, comments, and or concerns, feel free to DM me anytime. Anytime. And your membership card and pamphlet will arrive within 5 to 7 business days. Now, no one DM'd me, and only my wife hit me up and said Heat in 6, because she know what the deal is. But we're here. We are here. 6 weeks ago, everybody thought I was crazy. I was a plumb dumb idiot. I was a gorilla. I was a dumb monkey. How dare you say Heat were going to beat Milwaukee? I did. And I did. How dare you say the Knicks are going to lose to the Heat? And they did and did. And I actually jumped out there and said that the Heat were going to sweep the Celtics, and we almost did. And then I said previously, and this was like an internal thing. I thought I might have been talking to Benny. I said, yo, Benny, if we make it to the finals, we're going to win it all. And this is before we've made it to the finals. And here we are. Don't Cry Me, San Diego, or whatever that song is. I'm excited. And the thing is, now everybody knows I'm a real Heat fan. I'm not some fugazi. I'm not out here being all fake and phony. This is me all day. Okay, all day. Anywho, it was a good game. We won by 3. Jamal Murray missed a hellacious 3-pointer that could have tied the game up, but he didn't. Choke artist. He didn't. So because he didn't, it didn't happen, and now we're in the 305. I started off hot. The podcast started off really hot. Okay, I just came in. I wanted to start off with that. I don't normally segue. I did the segues backwards. Normally, I start off with how my weekend was, and then I go into something, and then I go into something else. But I immediately jumped into this Heat shit because I'm sick of everybody coming for me. Y'all didn't believe. It's having like there's people I like my friends. My friends are hitting me up and they're supporting me and through this very emotional period in my life. I appreciate those people, but there's a lot of Heat haters out there. There's a lot of y'all. Why y'all like this? Why y'all like this? What is happening? When did y'all become Denver Nuggets fans? That's what I want to know. When did this happen? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anywho, moving forward. So last weekend, where's my phone? So I can get my dates. I want to get my dates accurate. I want to shout out Don't Tell Comedy out in Richmond, Virginia. Okay. We had a good time. It was me, Benny. I need more names. I wasn't prepared, but it was a good show. It was me, Benny. Benny closed it out. I did a 20-minute set. It was a good time. Shout out to Richmond, Virginia. I love doing shows out of town because it always verifies and it certifies that that my jokes can travel. As a comedian, one of the things that you worry about a lot of times is if you like stay local, you don't really worry about it. But if you're like you go out, sometimes you go out, you're like, hey, are these jokes funny enough to go anywhere? All right. And even though Richmond isn't too far away from DC, it's far enough to be a really good gauge. And it's also let you know that it gave me an opportunity to see that I still got it. I'm still a little rusty. Getting back into the comedy game, getting back into the stage, hitting the stages. But it gave me a chance to really stretch my legs out. Yeah. Really perform. I had a good time. The crowd was into it. Halfway through my set, the AC broke, and I started sweating profusely. Okay, I sweated profusely. I was sweating up a storm, but I looked good in my pictures. And a win is a win. Okay, a win is a freaking win. All right. Like I was sweating up a storm, but I was like, "Damn, look at that arm! Look at them delts! Look at those triceps! Look at those shoulders! Okay, look at him go! Look at him just out here, just doing the work in the gym." My trainer would be happy. My trainers would be excited. Okay. But yeah, I did a 20-minute set. One of the things I did, one of the new wrinkles I've added into my comedy game is I've been able to add in more act outs into my jokes, which is really cool because I used to think doing act outs was stupid. But when you see different comics, it's funny because like East and West Coast comics, like West Coast comics do a lot of act outs in their jokes. They're very they're and I think it's because they do shows, they do movies and theater and things of that nature, that acting out a joke is just is like second nature for them. Give me 1 second. I got stuff all over the place. I don't want to knock my recorder over. So actually I like this setup. I'm sorry. Sorry. I like the setup. So yeah, I started doing more act outs in my jokes, which is cool, man. It's fun, and the audience obviously has been reacting to it very well and responding to it. So that's been cool. I've also thanks to the younger comics, I've been able to stay hip. This is like a second birth or whatever. I don't know the term I want to use, but I call it the I started recording my set. Now, these are things I already knew, but I just never did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do what I say, not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I actually bought a camera. I actually take my camera everywhere. I actually record my sets. I actually watch my sets over again to see what works and what doesn't work. And I post clips a lot of times. And that's because a lot of the comics that are in now, this new wave of comics is in now. That's what they do, man. Like if you go to any comedy club, like if you're in DC, like Hotbed or Comedy Law for the Improv or any of these places you go to, you're gonna see chairs, you're gonna see a stage, and then in front of the stage you're gonna see chairs. Behind those chairs, you're gonna see a bunch of mics, you're gonna see a bunch of camera tripods and cameras because everybody's trying to record content and record their sets and just get better. I'm doing it to do a mixture of both and start my OnlyFans, whatever. Listen, we're here, and I've been recording my sets, but I also been able to review my sets, and everything's been going good, man. I can't lie. I'm really happy with my set in Richmond, and I met a lot of cool people, and I got a lot of good followers. Hopefully that train continues. This podcast will be out. Where's my phone at? I should name this episode. Where's my phone at? My next show is June 8th. Hold on, so I responded to this text message. Um, uh, my next show is June 8th at the Roadside Grill in Crystal City. No, it's not. That's not Crystal City. Is it Arlington? We'll look up Roadside Grill. It's in Virginia. You know what the hell is that? That's my next show, June 8th. I'm also going to be doing some applause break. That's also at the DC Comedy Law June 8th as well, immediately after my set. So I'm going to be circling around, the city a little bit. And then June 10th, which is next Saturday, I'm at the Tally Ho Theater. I'm a regular there. I'm hosting two shows there at the Tally Ho Theater, and of course at 11:30 immediately afterwards. I'll be at Nightcap, but I'm also going to be making an appearance at Jasmine's birthday party show. Yay! Cake, 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 cake. So I'll be doing those things as well. So I'm going to review the tape, see the footage, and go for there. I'm gonna take a quick break, and by quick I mean I'm just going to I'm going to take a quick break. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break. When I come back, I'm gonna talk about this basketball game that I played with all the comics Sunday, and why I'm walking around in sandals and dry fit pants, and talk about my merch and a little bit of Cornell West because he just dropped some breaking news, and I'm gonna reiterate and some merch and things of that nature. I'll be right back. Let me just hit this button right here and.
Brown, and you're listening to the Open Mic Podcast. Pop podcast. Uh-huh.
And I'm back, y'all. And we black, y'all. So Sunday, I played basketball. Now this is the thing. We have a group chat on Instagram. It's a we have a group chat in Instagram. I'll put my foot up. On Instagram where it's like maybe like 40 of us, but only like 10 of us actually plays. Um we play in basketball, right? We're playing basketball. It's a group of comics. We all get together. I think I believe I'm the oldest one in the group. I think give or take maybe like 3 or 4 years between, maybe 2 or 3 years, whatever. And I'm like one of the oldest to actually go and play basketball with the youngsters, with these D1 college athletes. Okay. So um so we playing basketball, and I realized halfway through me playing basketball. So we playing basketball and we meet up at the court in Potomac Yard. And so we at Potomac Yard playing basketball. And we meet up, and we are definitely going to play with. I can't concentrate right now. So we're playing basketball. We all meet up. It's like a group of 8. This is the reason I'm telling y'all this story, because I felt like I reached a milestone at 40. So we're playing the game of basketball. We're I'm back. I had to mute the mic. um, so we're so I meet up with Benny. Me and Benny meet up. We drive up there, and we get ready to play, and we meet up with a bunch of other comics. It's like 8 of us. It's like 8, 10 of us. So it's me, Mike Kurtz, Crybaby, Nelson Frutez. You might see them at room 808 and at Hotbed. We got Zachary Haynes. He's a young comic, hits a lot of mics. Derek Carter, you might have seen him at Hotbed Comedy Loft. Benny Comedy Loft, Hotbed. Let's see who else. We got Trey Solo, Comedy Loft. So you see all these different comedians. There's some more people too. Mac Deacons, DC Improv. You see all these different comedians, and we all get together. We play and we hoop. It's just like a good old fashioned fellowship, you know. And so we're playing the game. We play about a couple of games. I noticed as we're playing the games, and y'all probably lost interest because I was struggling trying to get my words together because everybody was talking upstairs. The time of recording this, everybody's coming home and making noise, and I had my door shut. And instead of just leaving my door shut, everybody started opening the door and then leaving it open for what I don't know, to cause chaos and their menaces. Anyway, so we're all of us are on the court. I lost, of course, and I'm sitting on the bench, and I'm like, oh man, I need some water. And as we're sitting on the bench, I was like, yo, I ain't got no water. And I'm like, oh. I was like, wait a minute, they ain't got no water either. And all of them like in their 30s, early 30s, maybe late 20s, early 20s. And I'm just like, hey, y'all want something? I'm about to go to the store. Y'all want something? And like, oh, let me get some gummy worms, or woo, right? So I go to the store and I get about 15 Gatorades. I get the Gatorades. I'm like, oh man, well they might need some snacks. So I go get some gummy worms. I get some gummy bears, and I'm like, oh man, but that potassium. I had that potassium, so then I go get a couple of bananas, get some bananas. And so I end up leaving. I walk out 7-Eleven. I spent about $50 at 7-Eleven. I get back on the court with like 6 bags of stuff. And I just drop it on the court, like, yo, grab what you need, whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm sipping my Gatorade. I'm eating my gummy bears. I'm just tossing them in my mouth. Toss. I'm tossing these gummy bears in my mouth. And midway through tossing these gummy bears in my mouth, it hit me that I'm the old nigga on the court. I'm old as hell. I'm like, these young cats ain't got nothing to drink and nothing to eat to replenish their fluids and replenish to nourish their body. Even though it might be trash, I got to get these guys some potassium. So I go and I buy bananas, Gatorade, all these things, and I sit back and like a proud uncle, I'm watching these guys guzzle these Gatorades down and just go to town on these bananas and just go to town. They're going to town on them, okay? And in the midst of all of this chaos, I'm up here like a proud uncle, like, man, I did a good thing. And then it hit me. I'm the old nigga on the court. And I realized I become the OG. I'm Udonis Haslem. I am. I just stepped into my 40s. I'm 42. I just stepped into my 40s. I ain't leaned into it. I just stepped into it. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I haven't fully leaned into. Like, I'm still reading the welcome package, the welcoming pamphlet you get when you turn 40. If for everybody that's lucky to turn 40, there's a pamphlet that comes with turning 40, and I'm still reading that. I'm a slow reader. I got to read them, and I'm reading this pamphlet, and I'm like, oh shit, I might have just. So I'm not in 40 yet. I haven't leaned into it. I'm just stepping into it. Like, how does this feel? Just put my foot on the ground. See if my foot is on solid footing. If it makes sense. If I'm on solid ground. So I'm on solid ground. I'm just like, and I talk about 40 a little bit, but I'm like, here we are. Here I am. Fuck. Never mind everybody else. Here I am. Leaning into it. Trying to learn how to lean into this 40 thing. I'm buying $50 worth of Gatorade for my guys because I didn't want them to cramp up. I didn't want them to cramp up. I was a basketball store and I hit 2 game-winning shots. Whatever. That's besides the point. The real winners was hydration, electrolytes, and potassium. Those were the real winners of that game. Nobody caught a cramp. That was my victory. No one caught a cramp. Nobody, no one was dehydrated. That was my win. That's what I took with me. That's what I slept with at night. That's what kept me, that let me sleep peacefully at night. Okay. Good game. Speaking of good game, if you watch the video, real quick, this is the approved t-shirts. Now I have a showcase called the approved. I haven't done one in months. Okay. But I got some merch. Shout out to Engine Design, aka Jennifer Jasper, and all my pancakes, my favorite siblings outside my kids. My baby's, my phone dropped. I'm gonna name this episode "My Phone Dropped." Hold on. For the shirts. Now I just made an advertisement. These shirts are going for $20. If you want one, my largest size is an extra large. My smallest size is a small. If you want one, $20. You can cash at me, Venmo me. I take Zelle. Inbox me. I will ship you. A shirt. I appreciate it, because all this money is going towards another project that I'm funding, not on Facebook, on Instagram. Facebook, I said it was for this project called My Kids. That was a joke. I'm not giving them shit, but it's a final project I am working on. that I am working on, and that's coming up later this year, and I'm putting some funding to it. I don't want to have to come out of pocket for everything. So if you see me at the show, you like what I got going on, buy a shirt, man. It's got it has my face on it. It says the approved, and a little bit down here it has a credit card. LOL, what my O might be. Initials OMB. Excuse me. Shirts are on sale. By all means, gather one. I'm gonna hop on this thing real quick. According to Twitter, I am on Twitter. If you on Twitter, follow me, OLMIKEB 757. I found out that Dr. Cornel West is running for president for a third party. He's going to run for president. Cornel West, Dr. Cornel West. Look at my face. Stop. Not. I want y'all to stop this foolishness. Have y'all learned nothing from 2016? Are we still talking about third parties? Are we doing this? It's a little early for this. It's a little early for this. Okay. It's a little early for this. Stop this foolishness. Okay. I'm not voting for you. Okay. I'm not voting. I'm voting for. I'm riding with Biden. Okay. Biden and Harris. If you don't got to agree with me. I don't care. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I want you to vote. But if you're going to vote third party, I don't get it. I don't normally talk politics. I don't normally talk politics on Three Guys on podcast. But on here, this bothers me. Not because he's running for third party, because we know he's not going to win. We know he's not going to win. This is not in the Miami Heat situation where I'm like, oh, he has a chance. He has zero chance. He has an afro and he's black. No. Okay? But on top of that, what's up with you old black niggas always want to do stuff like this? You know, every time a president, every 4 years, irrelevant old black niggas show up out of nowhere and they do some chicanery. And I don't get y'all. I don't understand. Like right on time. Like, well, actually, it's a little early. So apparently he's an early riser. Early bird gets the worm. He like, let me jump on this real quick. Let me get on this train. Because Cornel West is running for president, and I'm reading the tea leaves, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we need a viable candidate." He ain't it. Okay, stop this foolishness. Do not vote. I'm telling you, do not vote. Do not vote for this man. Go vote, but don't vote for him. He may not have been in the race long enough for anyway. He's not. Well, I'm telling you. Look, listen to me. I don't even watch the news anymore. I don't even do it. I don't do it. I already know what I want to do. I already know what I'm about. I already know what I'm going to do. Just let me know when I need to vote. I'm gonna be there. But that's part of my other rant I'm gonna talk about. But he's not going to win. Do not waste your time. It's all about book sales. Stop this foolishness. You're killing me. I'm gonna take another break. We come back. It's gonna be my new segment called the bitching second, the bitching hour. It's a play off the witching hour because the last I went on a rant during witching hour time, so I call it the bitching hour because I was complaining about. Anyway, be right back.
Deja Brown, and you're listening to the Open Mic Podcast. Pop, 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 podcast. Uh-huh.
I have got to get more drops. Anyway, so this is the bitching hour, and in the bitching hour, this is where I have a rant that I want to go on, and here we go. Listen, I know election season is right around the corner. You know, primaries, things of that nature. Hear me out. I've been getting a lot of phone calls from unknown numbers. Stop calling me. Democratic Party, stop calling me. You already have my vote. Stop doing this. I'm not donating no money. I live in Virginia. I'm not donating somebody else's campaign that's not in Virginia. I'm not donating at all. Stop calling me. Okay? Don't call me. Don't email me. That. If it's a D next to the name and it's not Cinema and Mnuchin, what's the dude name from West Virginia? Manchin. If they're not a Manchin Democrat or a Cinema Democrat, you got my vote. As long as they're not crazy. As long as they're not like, as long as they're not, I'm left, but I'm leaning right. If you're leaning right, I don't want you. If you got a D next to your name, I got you. But don't harass me. Stop calling me. Don't call me. Don't email me. I don't care about no toss-ups. I don't care about no, oh, we're in trouble. I don't care about what Trump done did. I don't care. I'm done. Y'all wore me out in 2020. Okay? You wore me out in 2020. I volunteered. I did it all. I did everything. I did everything y'all supposed to do. I'm done. I'm going to vote. I'm not the one you need to target. Target these cats who was talking about voting for Cornel West. Dr. Cornel West at that. Go target them. Go target the people who right now are reading the PDF of the black contract for black people that Ice Cube just now dusted off and reprinted out on resume paper. Go target them. Don't target me. Don't call me. I'm good. You got my vote. Okay? I'm good. God. Like my whole Gmail is nothing but like cries for help. I'm not donating no more money. Stop calling me. I'm not donating no more. You got my vote. And that's been the podcast. Hey, thank y'all for listening. We're at 35 minutes. Thank y'all for listening. We're approaching 35 minutes. Thank y'all for listening. Like I said, if you're in the local area, if you're in the Virginia area, you can catch me at Roadside Grill this Thursday, June 8th. Also, I'm adding more dates as well. So we'll go on from there. June 8th is I'm doing Roadside Grill. June 10th, I'm in Leesburg, Virginia, doing the Tally Ho Theater. So if you're around the way, by all means, come through, buy some tickets. I'm hosting that show. And then 11:30 on June 10th is Nightcap. I don't know who's hosting it, but I'll figure that out as well. Also, I think I have another show as well, but we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about these T-shirts, the approved T-shirts. These are hot. Buy one. Largest, like I said, they're going for $20. Largest size that I have is extra large. The smallest I have is a small. Inbox me if you want one. If you're local and you see me at a show and you want one, holler at me. I take all forms of payment, excluding EBT. That was a hacky, low-hanging fruit joke. That's been the podcast, man. I really appreciate y'all for listening. This is going to be up. By the time you hear this, it's going to be Wednesday, June. Shit. Let me look at where my phone at. I'm going to name this episode, where's my phone at? Wednesday, June 7th, was when this podcast will be up, right enough time to get all of your where's Mike B's where's Mike B next. Thank y'all for listening. God bless and good night.